Hi, Sag, and Happy New Year's. This is Samantha from Insights Tarot, and I'm here to give you your general reading for the second part of January 2020. Hooray, we made it. This is a general reading, Sag, so take from it what you can. It's meant for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, okay? Again, general reading. I do want to say I'm sorry I didn't get your first half of January videos out. I was on holiday, okay, but I'm here now. I've got two decks of cards here because there are going to be two rows, Sagittarius. The top row is going to be what's going on outside of you and around you. And the bottom row is what's going on inside of you. What are you thinking? What are you feeling, okay? Without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. Five of Swords. Eight of Swords. You're really in your head right now. Swords are all mental. What are you thinking about? What conflicts on your mind? Six of Cups. And then base energy is Two of Swords. Okay. Now I'm going to do the bottom row. What's going on inside of you? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What's going on in Sagittarius' mind at this time? Emperor. Knight of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Bottom is Seven of Swords. So that's your general energy in terms of what you're thinking and what you're feeling. Okay. Let's go ahead and get this on board. Okay. So, starting with the top row. What's going on, Sag? With the Two of Swords as your general energy and the world is backing it, it's looking like you've got to make some decisions to bring the end to something so you can have a new beginning. You're looking for a new beginning, okay? This could also be decisions in something that recently started, and you're going to finally make a decision, it seems. This is something cyclical, okay? Judgment card comes out, and it tells me it's something to do with someone. It could be a relationship, especially with the Six of Cups there. Or it's a situation that you seem to find yourself in over and over and over again. Okay, Judgment is one of those cards where the past comes back to haunt you. And the Hangman says you're thinking about stuff right now, and you're trying to weigh the good and the bad, the pros and the cons about a situation, okay, before you make a decision. Okay, things are happening really quickly, and you're looking for a new beginning out of a conflictual situation, it looks like. So, Sag, I do see that you do want a new beginning. You're trying to bring closure to something that's been difficult for you recently. I feel like for many of you, it's to do with relationships. For some of you, it's friendships. For others of you, it's romantic partners or relations of that nature, okay? So right now with Two of Swords, twos do indicate union for me. You're thinking a lot about an attachment you have right now, a relationship you have, or a certain somebody, or a situation, a conflict with this person. Or there's some situation with this person that feels conflictual to you. And so you're going inward to think about it. And I do feel like this, whatever it is, Sag, it does, you're thinking about it because it does upset you. And for those Sages out there that are very spiritually aware of their own stuff, I do feel like you're aware that it affects you negatively. Something that I feel this other person does. Okay, maybe they behave in a way that triggers you, and it leaves you with some fears, okay? Because swords can indicate fears for me, and in fact, I do feel it very strongly with this Two of Swords, that there's some anxiety involved with the way somebody else behaves, okay? So you're trying to bring the end to a situation, or you're trying to work through a situation, should I say, with the World card. This is the way I'm feeling this card today, and I do feel like there's going to be a success in forward movement there with the Three of Wands here. I'm drawn to the fact that boats are mobile, and you're looking for a new start here and some forward movement in a positive direction, in a conflictual situation, or something that bothers you. So at this time, I do see some Capricorns working on themselves, and making decisions that will help promote some forward movement in a situation that's going on around them, or one that they're involved in. The Five of Swords does dovetail that message for me today, Sag. With the Five of Swords, it's definitely you standing alone here is the message. I feel like you feel alone in a relationship, okay? With the Five of Swords here, I feel like it's conflictual. So, not that you're having lots of conflict. I really feel like a lot of the conflict is within you. It's something about the relationship stirs you or triggers you, rubs you the wrong way is another. With that being said, there are some Sages that are in relationships where there has been conflict recently, and this has promoted great anxiety and fear within you because you're not sure how to deal with it, Sag. With the Eight of Swords here, you've got two people here who are blindfolded. So the question I ask you, and maybe you should ask yourself, is what are you refusing to see clearly? Why do you feel yoked? What is it? What's promoting the fear, and why do you feel fear about whatever the situation is? When you can answer those honestly, you'll be able to move forward, okay, and make the decisions you need to make so you can move forward. But there is a situation where you do have fears right now. And the way forward is through working on yourself is the message I'm getting here. Okay, so it's taking that self-responsibility, Sag, and working on it. I do see that, Sag, that you feel yoked right now, Sag. I feel like you feel yoked in some situation, maybe not in your entire life, but there is a situation right now which feels to weigh you down. It feels like it weighs you down. Or I feel heavy. I also feel like I'm not telling everything. Like my throat's closed. Like I'm not speaking up, speaking my truth. I'm holding things in. I'm definitely not sharing with others what's going on. In terms of my emotions or my thoughts around any issues that might be causing me anxiety at this time. And I'm speaking in third person because in this moment I'm feeling myself feeling like a Sagittarius. I just heard no one to depend on. So for some Sages, I do feel like that's an ultimate life lesson here with the Six of Cups. You feel like you can't, you have nobody to lean on, nobody to depend on, nobody to watch over you. And that could be part of the situation you're dealing with now that leaves you feeling alone in life. Okay, it could be your own personal beliefs about things that need to be healed. If you have been in a conflict recently, it does look like you've won, but at the end of the day, what have you really won? Because it's only a battle, and a war has more than one battle to it. So I guess the message here is hang in there, Sag, because there's more to come. This is an ongoing situation, it feels, okay, to me. With the Six of Cups way down here, I do feel like this involves friends. Either a friend or part of your soul family, or this could be a twin flame or soul mate. So romantic partner, friends, or soul family seem to be highlighted here. This is where the conflict for you is at this time. But it's also a source of support and nurturing at this time. I feel like this is where you're leaning to get help, to get comfort, to get answers and stability, as you're leaning on your soul friends or your soul family, okay, or a partner. Okay, so if you are having issues outside of your relationships, say it's in work or within yourself or within family, you're leaning on your friends and soul family or a partner at this time. Or even if you're having problems with a partner, you're leaning on your friends and soul family. They're a source of comfort and strength for you. Sixes are special to me, Sag. They definitely mean lifelong lessons. So there are changes happening around you and within you, and these are lifelong lessons that are stirring. The lessons that need to be learned are obviously the consequences of the whatever's triggering you. Okay, so if you have fears, if fears are being triggered in you, that's where the lesson is. And as uncomfortable as it might seem to delve into that and figure out why that is and heal it, that's the way through, Sag. That's the message there. So where are you internally? Well, with the Seven of Swords here, there's hope. You're feeling like there's hope, but I feel also that you're mighty indecisive here with the Two of Wands. You're really fighting against thinking negatively about something going on around you at this time. On one hand, you can be highly inspirational and you're trying to follow the guidance of your higher power and trusting your gut and intuition. But on the other hand, you're falling prey to your own negative stinking thinking and fears, and that's not helping you to move forward. Okay, you're trying to remain hopeful. With twos, this is all about a relationship or some union, but it also can mean needing to work on your relationship with your higher self so that you can promote more hope for this situation in the future. With the Seven of Swords, I do feel like that whatever the situation was, you felt there was some deception. You felt like there was some mistruths. And it's not anything I don't think you're speaking about. But you're willing to put in some solid effort, or this is within a committed relationship that happens to be toxic here with the devil. Okay, now the relationship itself could be toxic, or it could be your thinking, your fears. This is you dealing with your fears about a love relationship or a committed love relationship. That, or you're committed to trying to work through whatever issues you have within you so you can promote healing within a love relationship at this time. And it does seem that seems to be the reading here, is love relationships. Commitment, putting in solid effort is where your mind's at. You're definitely wanting order and structure. You're wanting to be able to lean. See, this guy's sitting on top of a concrete block. You're on a solid foundation. At least you feel like it. But you feel also that, or the message is, the time is of the essence. Okay, like I said here, with the Five of Swords, this is only one battle and it's an ongoing situation. So with this guy sitting on a block holding a time watch, I do feel like it's only a matter of time before things happen again. If you are in a situation that seems cyclical, it keeps repeating, there's a pattern there. And what are you looking for? Well, you're looking for structure. You're looking for reciprocity. You're looking to be able to lean on others first and have stability there as much, and you know, stability and security. As much as you give it, you want it back. Okay, this is also you thinking about trying to get help from others. I do feel there's a set of Sagittarius out there that are only pondering right now, trying to pondering getting some help with a conflictual situation. Okay, now for some Sagittarius, this is relationship, and I do see that you're thinking about getting counseling, either counseling for yourself or going into couples counseling. For other Sagittarius, it's trying to get wise advice from your friends or family to help you with the situation going on in your life. With the changes happening around you, they're scaring you. Some of them are creating great anxiety. So you're trying to, you might be thinking about anyways. This can also represent your father. So for some of you, these are issues with your father or a father figure, the father of your children, or even a mentor comes up here. Okay, some of you are getting the professional help surrounding matters that deal with a father or the father of your children. Okay, Sag, you're wanting to get some wise guidance or counsel at this time. You're ready to get focused, get organized, and to move forward. Okay, and this is all about you also setting boundaries within unhealthy relationships at this time. And, you know, wisely working on yourself as well, is what I just was told. Putting the time and the effort into working on yourself instead of looking outward to push blame on other people. I think for many Sagittarius, you're well aware of your own stuff and you're willing to own that now. Take responsibility for it and work on it, because you know that you are the creator of your life and you like that idea a lot. Who doesn't? With the Knight of Pentacles, you're thinking about putting the effort forward. It's not come to fruition yet. I'm not seeing it up here. I see you being very indecisive in the external world, but you're trying to get yourself organized, and you're definitely thinking about past actions or actions you want to take. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles is solid action. So you might be thinking about taking solid action in some situation outside of you. It has yet to, matriculate to that point. Secondary messages. There are Sagittarius right now that are putting solid effort and time into working on themselves. Here I had mentioned it, but here you're absolutely doing it, okay? Because you're trying to work through a hard set of circumstances, okay? With the Ten of Swords here, this is an extremely, how should I put it? It's an overwhelming emotional situation for you. With a, we got a tidal wave or a tsunami here rolling over a boat. Okay, so the water is your emotions. So whatever situation it is happening for you, I do feel like you're trying to work on your own emotional state. You're feeling rolled over emotionally or overwhelmed emotionally. Okay. This is definitely about feeling overwhelmed in the moment. And it falls under the Six of Cups, which suggests to me that you could be going to your friends or your soul family for not guidance, but comfort and nurturing at this time. Or you're finding solace and you're finding solace within those relationships. Okay, but also another message here is that it is a soulmate or a twin flame or one of these types of relationships that is actually causing you to feel this great overwhelming anxiety, okay, in your life. So there is a particular relationship for some set of Sages out there. I do feel like it's a romantic partner for some of you. For others of you, it could be a father, since he did come up in the reading here, or a mentor, or somebody you look up to. Let's just put it that way. It's somebody you're learning life lessons with this person right now. And they're not easy. Life lessons aren't easy, and this particular one has you up in arms emotionally. It has you pretty overwrought. But I do feel like with the Seven of Swords here, you're trying to remain hopeful, but you're working through what seems like a dark situation. You're not out of the tunnel, you're not out of the woods, but you do see the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay? So, this is a John Holland Psychic Tarot for the Heart. I'm going to pull an additional message for you regarding the situations you're going through. What is it that Sag needs to know in addition to? Okay, so Blossom comes out. And up at top, there's 20. So 2 plus 0 is 2. So we're talking about relationships here. Or, a relationship with another person. It doesn't have to be love. It could also be your relationship with your higher self. Remember, you're blossoming. You're blossoming into your own. But the other message I got here is that whatever's going on inside of a relationship that seems rather new, it's getting bigger. It's blossoming. And there could be some fear and anxiety over, well, I don't know if it's necessarily over the blossoming of the relationship, but it might frighten you, the depth of commitment or the lack of commitment. There's something regarding a relationship that is blossoming right now that is triggering you. And for those Sages that this resonates with, you're going to know what that is for you. Okay, you're going to know. So, the next message is a 2. And it says, what are you refusing to see? Okay. So this is talking about, well, it's 1, what are you refusing to see? And I brought that up earlier. What are you not allowing yourself to see within a relationship? But also, for those of you who are spiritually aware, the second message here is open up your third eye chakra. He has a third eye here. And here's source energy at the top. Get connected to your higher power. That's where you're going to find answers. Allow yourself to see what patterns, what thinking patterns, what fears, and own these. These are thinking patterns and fears within yourself. You're being asked to look for them and to own them as in order then to heal them. Okay, Sag? So what are you refusing to see? Now, for some of you, you're in a situation and you're refusing to see the truth of the situation that's playing out in your life. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, why are you not allowing yourself to admit or to see what's fully happening? Okay? So those are your messages. I hope they resonate. Comment below. Let me know how they play out in your life. Let me know what's going on. Is this a love relationship or is this familial? Where does the soul family come in? What fears are you dealing with? What conflicts going on? Are you working on yourself? Is this about your spiritual journey? Love to know. Okay. Comment below. And if you happen to like the reading, how I read, or the layout of the cards, just hit the like and subscribe button. Love having you here, Sag. Love doing these for you. Until next time, do take care. Love and light always. Namaste.